When we are managing our anger, that one way of doing it is consciously to try and continue to get control over it. But it's kind of a short-term thing because we can't really get control over it. We need to metabolize it. We need to develop a relationship with it. We need to use it to find out what we're standing for and what we're needing. And I wonder if there's a conversation about, what do you see as the healthy part of your anger? I don't want us to get into like just getting rid of it. Like, I think there's actually a time and a place for being angry and holding anger. And can we talk about that? How did anger get dealt with in your family system? How does that work for you? How does it not? Do you think this would be helpful to explore with someone? My worry is that I don't want you to feel like there's this part of you that you have to continually suppress, contain, repress, be fighting with. I wonder what it would be like to have a place where you could talk about developing a relationship with it and finding out all the wisdom that might be locked up there. What do you think about that? Is that interesting to you? I like using animal metaphors, and I think one way of being strong is a little bit like a turtle. You develop a really strong shell, a hard exterior, and everything that is soft is on the inside. But it's not very cuddly hanging out with a turtle, right? There's a lot of hardness on the outside. Like there's strength there. But then if you think of something like a tiger, the strength is really on the inside. It's a soft and fluffy outside. Deceptively so, because you might want to cuddle up with that predator and that wouldn't work out so well. But, when your backbone is on the inside, there's more flexibility and ability to connect. And I think our feelings can be like that. We can shield up, but shielding up makes us untouchable in some ways. Or we can figure out a kind of strength that operates inside of us like a backbone, like a skeleton. And on the outside, where people interact with us, the interface can be cuddly and connecting. And we can work that way with feelings. We can shut them down and shield up and brace and repress. But there's a cost to us doing that. That's a legitimate strategy, but it does have a downside. You could lead with your own longings for like emotional connectedness. I actually would love us to get to a place in our relationship where we can both have the full spectrum of feelings and it's no longer a threat to either of us, that we can be whole, that we can have access to all of our energy and all of our emotional wisdom. Would you like that too? Does that interest you or not? My worry is you could make it cultural instead of personal. You could say it's culturally normative to sort of repress and suppress our feelings and just make them go away and then codependently organize around each other. And I have a vision for a different way of being. Are you interested in that? One of the keys is a nugget and a question, a nugget and a question, a nugget and a question. And then depending on how he answers and what he responds to, that will help you guide where you can go or not go in that instance of the conversation. You can say, sweetheart, I want you around as long as possible. And there's a lot of research out there about the relationship between suppressed anger and health. And I want to figure out a way that I can be supportive to you in having a really whole, healthy, expressed relationship with anger. And right now, the thing that I think you might be doing, and I want to check it out with you, is that you're trying to contain your anger generously because I get scared. And I think the thing you're doing right now is you're trying to sort of hold it back and spending a lot of energy like containing it and managing it. Is that true? I just so appreciate the efforts and the intentions behind that. And I just want to say, like, I want you to have more freedom around your own anger. Like, I want it to come with a little bit more ease and a little less effort. Do you want that too? And, some of the things that I've been learning is that as we begin feeling our feelings and finding ways of letting them move through us, it's a little bit like learning to ride the horse when it wants to gallop, rather than spending all your energy trying to hold the horse back all the time. It's like learning how to use that energy for vitality in your life. I wonder if that's something you would want to explore or not, so that it would ideally take less effort and help you be more whole and more energized and less constricted. Does it feel that way to you or not? Does that interest you or not? Am I saying something that feels resonant with you or not? Like always check, check, check. How's it landing? And then work with what he's saying. Always thinking to yourself, what is his need? How can I help him connect this to him meeting his needs? How can I be an ally for his well being and his needs as he wants to do it? And then I can say as we go, I know that I get a little scared. I have concerns about blah, blah, blah. My understanding is, and my experience for myself and my understanding in general, which I'm still updating and learning, and maybe if you learn something different, we can keep talking about it, but is that if we do a lot of suppressing of anger, that it can lead to health issues. Are you aware of that? Do you know that? Do you see that differently? Have you heard something else? We're always softballing because we're coming with enough humility that maybe we don't know everything and maybe the thing we know isn't accurate, but we want to be in investigation and conversation together as we build meaning together and find a way forward together. Not that he has to be fixed, not that he's doing it wrong, not that it's not good enough. These are common fears and then filters that people will hear things through. But more like, I see how much you're working on this and I want it to be as easy as possible. And I'm really appreciating. And I also want it to be good for you, is it? I also want it to be meeting your needs, is it?